I slammed heroin every day for 12 years and it ruined my life, led me down to some deep, dark paths. I ended up spending 15 years of my life in prison behind drugs and just gang violence and just doing anything that I could. Hi, my name is James Smith. I'm 35 years old. I've been clean for almost 5 years. I was 17 years old when I first started drugs. I started smoking meth at 17. And by the time I was 18, I was already headed to prison for my first time. I was still a senior in high school when I went to prison. I ended up going to prison for 4 years. While I was in prison, I was introduced to heroin. For the next 12 years, heroin dramatically ruined my life. It turned me into the most selfish, inconsiderate person, violent person. I didn't care about anyone besides myself. This last time I was in prison, my wife actually came to see me one time, and she was, because I was strung out on heroin, and she actually told me, she said, "Baby, how are you ever going to stay clean out here if you can't stay clean in there?" And they hit home, made me cry, and brought tears to my eyes, and I stayed clean in there. I got on Suboxone to get me clean, but Suboxone saved my life. I've been off everything for 5 years now, and I recently just got out of prison again, and I was looking at 40 years to life in prison. My wife came to see me at a visit, and I'm thinking my life's over. I'm looking at 40 to life, and she's, I'm about to break down and cry, and she's the strong one. She comes in there and she tells me at a visit, she's like, "Baby, let's just pray about it." And I've never been religious in my life, I've always went to church, but I've never just been religious. I like to say that I've always known about God. I've just never known God. And I went back to my cell that night, or that morning after that visit, and I got down on my knees and I cried out to God. And I talked to him just like I'm talking to you right now. And I was crying, and I said, "God, if you're there, help me. Show me something. I need you to show me that you're real. Come into my life and save me." And I ended up getting this feeling over me. God came into my life and dramatically changed my life. The very next time I went to court, the craziest thing started happening. I just started seeing chunks of time, fall off my sentence. I went from looking at 40 years to life to, it was 9, went down to like 14 years or something, then to 9 years, and then to 4 years. And I was able to get a program out of it, and I was able to get Teen Challenge, or Delancey Street actually. And so I get out, I go to Delancey Street, and while I'm doing my intake in Delancey Street, they tell me that I have to come back in 2 weeks for some reason. So I drive all the way to San Francisco to go to Delancey, and it just was crazy it was crazy how things end up working out. Like, I know I'm supposed to be here right now because I couldn't get into Delancey for some reason, so I ended up going to Teen Challenge. And while I was in Teen Challenge, that's where I really found God. I went to this Mario Murillo tent revival thing, and I just seen God move there that night. That's where I found God that night, and that was what I needed to cement my faith. I was about 90% there, I would say, but seeing what I seen that night, it was just unexplainable to me, and that's what I needed to get me to where I was at now. Like, I've always wanted to believe in God, but I've never really actually believed in it. I've always been the type of person to, I have to see something in order to believe it, and that night I seen it. Like, I seen God move that night, and it changed my life. I gave my life to God.